Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and happy Monday if you don't. I thought it would be fun to do a video for Christmas Day, just in case there's people that are home or don't have family coming this year or aren't going anywhere. I know that that happens, and maybe you want to do some crafting. So I thought I would come on and say hello. I have this digital that I did last weekend. Because I got a shingles immunization, and it just knocked me for a loop. So I was just on my back. It just got all my arthritis going. So anyways, blah, blah me. But anyway, I was playing around on my computer, my iPad, and made this digital. So I'll show it to you guys and also let you know that the holes that are up here, I did a set of these tags with the holes, and I did a set of the tags with no holes, so that you can decide what you want to do. I do still have the big window because that's kind of the whole point of these. Otherwise, it's just a kit of tags, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I wanted these windows. Okay, so I did leave the windows in, but I did make it so there's the ones with the holes and the ones without. So you can decide. All the bottom stuff is the same on either version. It's just one has holes and one doesn't. Okay, so you'll get some pages with tags, and it looks like I mixed this all up somehow. Yep, sorry about that. Okay, so I think it's 6 of the pages with the tags like this, and they're just all icy, wintry sort of backgrounds. It was all frosty and everything was covered in frost. Pogo nip is what we always called it in Nevada, but yeah, frost. And it just, all this reminded me of that, and so I just went with that. And then I added some kids, people, you know, in the snow and whatnot. I figured these would kind of go pretty good with my winter past, my winter past, blue winter. There's like 3 of them, and I can never remember the names of them for some reason. But anyway, they'll go well with those if you wanted to like just make these into single tags where you fold the tag in half here, and then put one of these other ones behind the opening after you cut it. And we're gonna play with one in a minute, so I'll show you what I mean. But they just would go well with the kids. But of course, you could just do them by themselves or add other images that you like with it. And then there's strips like this to make belly bands or pockets. And yeah, this one's long, but you can cut it wherever you want it. You could have a longer pocket come down the side like that. So, you know, there's all kinds of things that you can do with those long strips like that. And then there's some of these pieces like this, and you know, you can put them in a pocket, or also like make this a pocket on here. And there's like the snowman could be a tuck, and there's just a million things. You could stick him in a pocket and have it so you could write on the back of him. And then you'll get a couple of pages of just the backing tags so that you can put them behind your pocket tag. This one. So that you have enough for a cover piece. And because what they're meant to do is fold this way like a book. This one goes onto the front, and then you put one of these other ones on the back. That's the idea. But of course, there's a million things you can do. You don't have to do them that way. That's just the way they're designed. You could also back them with some of the plain papers that come with the kit. And then there's a couple pages of just like pictures and things that could be turned into either tags, or you can turn them into, you know, round the corners and do journaling cards, bird to decorate with. These are a little bit closer to like a bookmark. You can turn them into a tag. This is just for a little decorative piece. And then a lot of these are vintage images that I found and have added to it. And then you'll get these background pages if you wanted to do more of a full journal, icy kind of journal. These again would go great with my winter kits that I have already in the shop. If you have some of those, this would go great with it, just for backing, or, you know, something extra that isn't the exact same as those winter kits. But the colors are very close. They're just all wintry, icy images. And then I did mute, I think 1 or 2. Maybe I just muted the one, this one. This one looks a little muted from what its original is, so I think I muted these 2. So that one got muted a bit, just so they're easier to write on when they're muted than these are. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these larger pages. So that's what you get. So we're going to play around with those and see what we come up with. So how's everybody doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Whether it's you've already celebrated, you're going to go celebrate later, or if you just don't, you know, you don't celebrate Christmas, then you might just have something else going on. So whatever it is, I hope you're having a great day. So I'm going to ink around this one. I cut them all out already, just because obviously you don't want to watch me do that. That's like watching paint dry. So yeah, I had a wonderful week last week with the kids. I'm near the end of the week, is why I say it like that. For me, it's Thursday. It's Monday for you guys, before Christmas. I like to ink. You don't have to ink. Just, I like it. But yeah, we had fun. Went, you know, like grocery shopping with my son, which I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's just always fun to have somebody to go with and figure out what we need and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And just hung out with my daughter one day. She came over and watched Christmas movies, and yeah, just all good stuff. She survived the trip to Los Angeles. Longest bus ride ever from where we're at. So yeah, she had a lot of fun. Yeah, when I made these that weekend, I was seriously, literally flat on my back. It was crazy. That shingles, the first one I got, no problem. Zinged right through it. I was like, why? Some people make a big deal out of this, but that was no problem at all. The second one, whoa Nelly. It wasn't a pretty sight, let me tell you. I was a big baby. It wasn't like the shot itself hurts, it's just, it kind of got all my arthritis going, and it wasn't good. But then it was fine. After 3 days of just taking it easy, I was fine. So it was clearly just whatever with the immunization got it flared up. So I was glad it didn't last. Okay, so then I thought I could take another one, just whatever one. I think I wanted to use over here. This one under here. No, it was the other one. Sorry. This one, I think, under here. So this will turn into, actually I might, because I'm going to close this up, I think. What did I decide? Nope, I didn't. I thought about a million different things to make and couldn't decide. So, but I know what I did now. I know what I was thinking now. Sorry. We're going to fold it like it's supposed to be, like a book. Because we're going to put a little pad of paper inside. That's what it was. And you can see, when I cut these out, I don't manage to get them perfect, so you just go back in and trim them up a little bit. No, that's not right either. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. We are going this way. I'm going to hook 2 together. That's what it was, to make a book. I thought of, like I said, I had all kinds of ideas of different things you could do. This is... I apologize. I promise. I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, and then we're going to take a little bit of tracing paper. This is just regular old tracing paper to put in our window. We're going to put some snowflakes on it. So I'm going to actually, I think I'll put the snowflakes on first, because then that way they won't just like be in the middle. You know, you'll have some that kind of go off the edge and just peek in the little window. If that makes sense. So we'll just grab out some snowflakes. And these are in my Etsy shop if you are interested in them, like them. They're cut with a laser. And then I'll probably put one more. So we're just going to glue them directly onto here. I think it'll work out just fine, because it's not going to be, you're not going to see the other side. Wow, I thought of so many different things that I couldn't remember which one I was doing. Sorry about that. Confuse everybody when I do stuff like that. So yeah, it's not like we went and did a bunch of fun events, but it's just been super fun just having them hang out and be home for dinner and just, you know, all kinds of things like that. It's very fun. My poor son, though, has to work on Christmas Eve, and we're going to Grandma and Grandpa's for dinner. So he's probably going to be a little late to dinner, but that's how it goes when you're a college student and you work in retail. Even if you're not a college student and you work in retail, that's the way it is. I remember. I do remember those days. Got my heater going because it's chilly outside. Really foggy again today, but no, it's not cold enough for frost, but still just chilly. Yesterday was really foggy when my son and I went to the grocery store. It was like we could barely see driving there. We have a lake very close to us, so kind of get that, I guess you could call it lake effect fog or something like that. Jeez, got that all over. I'll have to come back with my little like glue eraser thing. Can't remember what they're called. It takes off the glue a little. I mean, obviously it's not a foolproof deal, but on there. Gotta dab and lift up. Don't scooch it around at all, or it leaves the. These, like I said, these are cut on a laser, and so it's fire that cuts them. So they kind of end up with a little bit of the brown from, you know, being cut by fire on one side, and sometimes it gets up on the top part. But it can kind of add to your effect of being vintage or whatever. I'm gonna hang this one off and I'll just trim it. I didn't need that much glue, did I? I'm gonna put a little more glue right there. It's not wanting to stick. Okay, I think that'll do it. And I'll just trim it off. Okay, and then we're just going to glue that on so that that's what you see through the window, and then it's going to be a pocket so you can slide something in there. Find my little I don't know where I put it. Oh well, when I find it, I'll fix that snowflake. So yeah, I had already cut out these ones with the no hole. That's why I didn't show you the flip through of those pages. But they're the exact same images. It's just one set has holes, the other one doesn't. So you can choose which, you know, if you want to mix them, if you only want no holes, whatever. Just giving you options. So this is basically the same as using the acetate, it's just frosted. So, but it looks neat with the snowflakes on it. This. I might need one more little one, huh? Right up in there. Little-ish one. Can't tell if this is the, what's this side? You could do all kinds of things. You could add glitter to these if you wanted. I think I'm just going to trim one of those little things off. What do you call them? I don't even know what you call it. The arm of the snowflake. All right, so that will work. And then what we'll do is just close this so that it's like a pocket. We don't even have to put anything else under here, because then we can put like a tag or whatever we like, a journaling card. Sometimes you gotta go back and get your edges a little better. Okay. So then, like I said, I'm gonna have it as a pocket over here, so I'm just going to do a tiny little thumb notch. Okay. And wherever they don't meet up perfectly, because sometimes, you know, I don't know about you, but when I'm cutting, especially when I cut these out at night, I don't always get them perfect on both sides. So you just gotta kind of play with it and then trim them up. So I'm just gonna put glue in the top and bottom, and then it'll be a little pocket. Like I did with the last ones, very similar to the little tag booklet I did with the snowmen. And you can also just ink if you don't want to mess around with it. I just had a few little uneven spots, so. All right, I think that's good. I need to round that one a little better. All right, so I am going to do the same to the other one, and then I will come right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got them both done. So then we're going to hook them together like a book. I think actually I'm going to go this way. And they'll open up. Actually, that's not going to work, is it? I need to go this way. And they'll open up. And then we're going to put a little pad of paper in there. I just realized I did not get this trimmed around well. Cut the one way smaller than the other. Okay, so then we're just going to take a little paper pad and put it in here. So what we're going to do now is spritz these a little bit with, this is, actually I'm going to use a paintbrush, but it's mica powder, water, rubbing alcohol, and a little bit of glue. And you just got to keep it mixed up in order to, you know, make it so it will spray out, which my sprayer is not working very well. I mean, it comes out, but it's just not working very well. But I'm just going to use a paintbrush. But what it does is by having the mica powder and the glue, it's going to obviously adhere, right? So that's what you want, and it'll give it that shiny look. If you have a good sprayer, it's better, but I haven't used it in a bit, and it just won't spray right now. It needs to be all washed out, which I could have done if I'd have thought of it earlier, but I didn't, so there we are. But it'll just add a little bit of a glittery because of the mica powder. It's not a lot different than glitter. We might even add just a little bit more glitter on some spots. All of the snowflakes would be good. Make them icy. Do you guys have any projects going, or are you just like, phew, that we're done with that for now? Taking a break after going crazy for months with whatever holiday. I know the feeling. Okay, so I'm just gonna knock these off a little bit. The mica powder has glitter, so you don't have to add glitter, or you can just do glitter and not do the mica powder. It's just, I had it sitting there on my shelf, so I was like, might as well use it. Haven't used it in ages. I got that from Arteza, sent it to me to use, and it's wonderful mica powder. I just don't really use a whole lot of mica powder. I'm not much of a glittery person except at winter. I do like it for that wintry look. Definitely adds something. Try not to blind you guys. All right, so there's those, and I think they'll be fine. I'm gonna put my paintbrush away. They'll be sparkly anyways. Then I have this snowman. I thought he would be cute right in there. I was going to have this guy on the front, but I realized that if I use the pad of paper on that one, you're going to miss the little house. I guess it could be under there. It wouldn't be the end of the world. And since this isn't super see-through, I don't feel like it's, and you can't even see the back anyway, the back of this paper. So I feel like it's fine to have the snowman kind of popped in there a little bit over the top. And then I have a Tim Holtz saying that says, hidden among the snow-covered branches. I think I'm going to cut it. Like he was a little surprise out on your walk in the forest, just hanging out. Cute snowman. Oops. I think that's probably more for a bird, right? Hidden among the snow-covered branches, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all your interpretation, right? And then on this one, I thought I would just do this tree, which is one of the trees in my shop, and then the little girl. This would be good with a little bit of glitter too, I think. So I'm just going to do that with glue. Where's my... Yeesh. I should have thought of that when I had the glitter out, but I didn't. We're just going to kind of put it here and there, and like it's just kind of sitting on the tree. Guess if I hold the trunk it would help, huh? I know there's all kinds of fancy glitters out. I just have regular glitter. Regular old glitter. It's at least the fine, not the thick, but it works. Sorry, I'm probably blinding you and sticking this right in your face. My son just left to go last minute Christmas shopping with his sister. That's the problem with, I remember, going to college, because it's like you got all your finals and all the stuff, and he's got time for Christmas shopping, honestly. I keep telling them, for us, don't even worry about it, you know? Because we know. I just want him to do good in school. It's present enough. Aiden got all A's, and I don't know, we haven't gotten thirds yet. Different schools. Until now. Now they'll be at the same school. I don't know how she does it in work and band and yeesh. It's a lot. And then this little girl's in the kit of these tags. And if you don't like people, you can use something else. People images, I should say. Or you can use your own photos, family photos. I just don't have very many old family photos, so I love using people in my art, so. But it's all personal preference. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the snowman on the top. We'll just put the paper pad over, and then, you know, it'll lift up, so you'll still get to see it. It's not like it'll just be gone forever or something. And then I thought it might be fun to put a little glue on those dots. Like this. Just, like, not a lot. Just, that's that blueprint sketch. Just so they kind of seem blue. It's Braille. I just thought it'd be fun. And then I just have other scraps of different papers that we're gonna stack up and have a little notepad. I'm just gonna staple it for this, but you could stitch it. This was actually from a friend's old, well, not old, I don't mean it because she's not that old, but I just mean she's not married anymore to this person. They're her wedding invitations from years ago. I'll say it that way. This paper, but it has that icy look, so I was like, I'm going to use those. She's like, here, use them for whatever you want. Okay. I'll probably just glue it on there. But first, let's put this together so that it stays together. I'm just going to use some coffee dyed, I don't even know what kind of fabric, doesn't matter, some kind of cotton. It doesn't have to be. You could do lace, you can do fancy something, like, you know, fancy print. I just want it basically the same length, roughly, as the tag from there to there. So of course you can use these just like this to go in a pocket. Or you can do a whole book of them like I did with the snowman. Or you can make a little booklet like this. Or you could also do a booklet where you sew the pages into this. I mean, there's really sky's the limit kind of thing. I do not need this much. You don't have to limit yourself to the way I'm doing it. You can do a lot of other things too. This is just what I came up with. I'm actually going to go ahead and use this. I just wanted to come say hi and hang out and see what was going on. I haven't talked to you guys in a few days, so I wanted to do that. And then I'm not going to worry about leaving a huge gap. I am going to leave a gap so that, you know, obviously you can open and close it easily, but we don't need like a giant gap. The big thing really is just trying to get it fairly straight. And even. And you could run a stitch, because since it's not a lot of pages or something, you could definitely run a stitch on that, and I may very well do that. Fabric just has a little bit more give, like stretch, you know what I'm saying? This is a little uneven here. I'm just trying to be as even as I can get them. If possible. You could turn it into a little booklet with pockets inside rather than doing the little notepad if you wanted. I'm just throwing out ideas. You can of course do it any way you want. I'll put quite a bit of glue. I just want to make sure it doesn't just fall off. And then you could add some trim up there if you wanted to. And then in the pockets for now, because I didn't plan all that out and been with you for a while now, but I'm going to use these. They're just manila file folder little tab pocket things, and they're too tall, so which I kind of thought they would be. They were already made up. I just coffee dyed them, so I'm just going to trim them down a little bit so they fit in those pockets. There's my across the room. Every time. Every time. Okay, let's kind of figure out roughly what we're looking at here. Probably let's go with 4.5. That's what I think. I'm gonna cut a little bit. How long is it? It's 5. So we'll do Still a tiny bit wet from coffee dyeing. Around. Follow the lines here, Amy. Okay, and that should fit, I hope. Yep, that'll fit. And then you can have the little tab out. You can put something on the tab. Like I said, for now, I'm just going with this one. I can just straight up cut at 4.5. Right now, they're just going to be coffee dyed. Because that's as far as I thought ahead on that. And that one will go in there. Maybe. Maybe no. Maybe. Let me see. What did I do? They should be very similar. Get it too close at the front. So one slid right in. Oh, there we go. Okay, so just a little booklet. Very cute. Sorry, I think I was off camera there for a minute. I'll show you again. And then, of course, we could put some fabric up there and decorate it up some more. But that is what we have for today. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Wishing you all my best. Much love. And thank you guys so much. Oh, I know, I forgot hugs and blessings. I'm so sorry. Hugs and blessings to Mitzi, Janet, and Brenda. And a huge thanks to Kathy and Carolyn. You guys are so sweet and very kind and generous, and I really appreciate it. The super thanks are, it's kind of like giving me a tip. So if you're interested in that, it's right below this video. There's multiple things that you can choose from, but it's called super thanks. So anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Bye.